Afternoon, good evening, folks. Michael Zuber, one rental at a time. And if you watch my channel a bunch, you know that yesterday was an unusual day. Yesterday, I posted my daily financial news. And then, as it turns out, my team reposted a video from 2020. Yes, lockdown day number 2, and my discussion on the housing market, the economy, inflation, why that was the best time to buy real estate ever. Many of you have watched that video and commented on a couple of things. First, you have said, Michael, wow, your studio has come a long way, and it certainly has. That video was recorded in my kid's bedroom. Yes, 2020, I was still in my kid's bedroom. I still had that big mirror behind me. We just did what we did. The second thing that you've all commented on is I wish I listened to you, or I wish I found you earlier. In 2020, there were plenty of people calling for a housing crash. Ken McElroy, who has had to go back and either delete or hide the link to his 30% crashing car. The great Reventure Capital or Reventure Consulting has often been quoted in the comments saying, I shouldn't have listened. Well, I'm sorry. So, again, watch the video. I will put the link below if you don't want to search through all of my videos. It basically says on the thumbnail, nailed it, and you actually see a picture of me much, much younger. So what inspired me today to have this heart-to-heart to you is both that video from 2 years ago, that video about understanding what was going to happen in the economy and understanding do the work. Then I get home after spending all the day in Fresno, looking at deals, seller financing, talking to a couple of banks, and realizing that FedEx gave the worst earnings announcement, pre-announcement that I've ever seen. If you have not listened to the pre-announcement or read the pre-announcement from FedEx, let me give you the nutshell. Remember, FedEx came out and delivered their quarterly expectations at the end of June. This is a pre-announcement. And they basically have said deliveries or shipments have gone down every week. The CEO of FedEx is calling for a worldwide recession. Folks, if you are on my channel, this should not surprise you. I have said we are headed for a worldwide recession. We are not insulated. We will be dragged down into this. You have heard me talk about a housing depression. As rates go up to eventually 7%, we will see transactions fall below the psychological 4 million level. You have also heard me say that 2023 will undoubtedly or quite possibly be the worst economic year of my adult life. And for those of you that are wondering, I am 50, so I have seen a lot. Now, none of that feels good to say. I wish I had a better message to deliver, but let's be clear. The next year, 18 months or 2 years, they are going to be your opportunity to buy at a discount. If you are a stock market investor, with the multiple compression that is coming, with earnings expectations dropping, with FX being hurt because of the strong dollar, with consumers retreating, you will undoubtedly be able to buy at a discount. We are heading into what will be likely a very rough Q3 earnings seasons and Q4 expectations, because not only compression in the market, but you are also going to see earnings take a hit. If you are in the housing market, we already know what happens when rates hit 6, and it's happening again. We are also heading into the winter, not the summer, where transactions and inventory fall. This is going to be the winter of discontent. The buyers and sellers are not going to agree. There will still be transactions done because some people have to sell and some people have to buy. But I hope you hear me now. I am not telling you to buy. I am not telling you to sell. I am telling you to do the work. do the work. I believe there are great deals out there in every market. Great deals usually don't scream, buy me, buy me, buy me, buy me, buy me. It takes work, it takes communications. For example, one of the reasons that I went to Fresno yesterday is I talked to a couple of owners who have small portfolios who might be open to seller financing. We had some discussion. We had lunch. We got to know each other. I, of course, brought each of them an autographed copy of this book because I want them to know who Olivia and I are. The other thing I did is I talked to a couple of small community banks. And without giving you their name, I will share with you one thing that I learned. The commercial real estate market, 5 to 40 units, is in for some pain if what the banks said is true for others. Both of these institutions that I spoke with said, Michael, we are only renewing or refining small commercial loans about 50%. Why is that important? Folks, I told you, I warned you, this commercial market where this paper resets every 5 to 7 years, the banks could change their mind. So these institutions are telling me, Michael, we like your loans, we like your debt structure, all of that stuff, you're good. But we want to show you our loan book because we are going to say no to 50% of these. What happens then? Well, those sellers could go to another bank. No problem. But if banks are getting nervous and concerned, isn't it quite possible that they say no also? They could go to non-QM lenders, maybe, but a lot of them will have to sell. What have I been telling you for a year or year and a half? I am buying residential properties with 30-year fixed rate debt because my plan, much like the middle of this book, is I will 1031 out of houses into small multifamily. And it appears that it is on the horizon. It's not today, but I can see it for the first time. This has all been theory and experience. After my conversations yesterday, I'm like, yes, it might just happen. So I think it is going to get very scary out there. Most of you or many of you are watching channels that try to scare you on purpose, that try to force inaction. My biggest gripe and pet peeve with crash channels are twofold. One, it's amazing how much you can make selling fear. Two, and more importantly, all of the crash channels preach, sit down, do nothing. Where I preach, stand up and do the work. I only want you writing great deals. I have no idea what a great deal is in your market. That's your job. I can show you the path. I can help with the math. I can show you how thousands of others have done it very quickly, but I will not do your job. Now, let's be clear. This rant is not only about housing or commercial or land or Airbnb or arbitrage or ADU. It could be about stocks or NFTs or sports cards or whatever you want. Please, the tide is going out. If you are swimming naked, you are about to be exposed. As the tide goes out, all of us who have confidence in ourselves will be able to buy assets on sale. And if you've learned anything on my channel over the last couple of years, the winners are the people that own assets. If you follow me, that asset must cash flow day one, no alligators, must have 30-year fixed rate debt. I don't like 5, 7, 10 adjustable rate mortgages because they can go wrong at the wrong time. I believe all of my acquisitions the next 12 to 18 months will be creative financing, most likely seller financing, or a combination of the 50, 40, 10 that I love so much. I want you to do the work. And again, what I'm going to do is post a link below with the video that I made for my kid's bedroom. It's embarrassing, but I hope you listen to it and realize how right and how wrong I was. Lots of channels have been preaching fear since 2020, and they just delete the videos. I have kept all my videos except 2 up. I have deleted 2. One was someone who didn't prove to be who they were, so I deleted it. And then one, I had a bad day, and I deleted that video as well. Other than those 2 videos, for very good reasons, I have not deleted any of the 8,000 videos. I think your YouTube channels that you watch that delete their bad calls are disingenuous. So again, I'm going to put the link below. In full disclosure, what I got right, what I got wrong. I hope you enjoy it. Lastly, the next 2 years are going to be very scary if you just watch the media. But they are going to be an amazing time to build wealth. You are hopefully going to be alive in 5 years. Act like it. Invest like it. Get in a community that preaches do the work. All right, everybody, take care of yourself. I will do the daily financial news today, and warning, it's pretty bad. I don't think there's any good news on my board today. I'm looking at it right over here. It's pretty scary. So again, folks, daily financial news coming to you in just a minute. Bye.